No, don't drop the ball. Prophecy being fulfilled. No, I don't wanna be killed. Rehearsing the righteous acts real. Yeah, I know the drill. Christ came in, he sealed the deal. Damn, how a heathen feel. Work don't stop when I'm off the clock. Get off work, I hit the block. Fishing for my people, trying to get them to the kingdom. Fly missions, hope they listen. Trying to give them what they missing. Stop the sinning or you finish. Yeah, the Most High, he gon' get you. Gotta go out in the streets and teach and gather the flock. Lace my boots, get off my ass, cause this truth can't be stopped. It's a dire need for my people who need to be taught. The Most High
call me an answer. Who gonna punch that clock? Who gonna go to the block? Who gonna get to the flock? Prophesy non-stop. Who gonna teach this truth? Who gonna lace up their boots? Hit the streets, let's move. Shake the hand and regroup. The Most High.
Beaten with madness. This is the curse from the Most High God for disobedience. How you doing, sis? We seen you before, right? You didn't post the camp before, right? You say you just moved here. Okay, you look very familiar. So, are you familiar with us at all in the Purple and Gold? Do you know what we teach? Okay, so this is what we teach, sister. We teach our true nationality from the Bible. You familiar with the Bible? So you believe in the Bible. Okay, so we should have a common ground. What's your name, sis? Teresa, we have taught you before. I taught you, you was over there by Shallowford, over there on that church. It was you and the brother. I remember talking to you before. So what we teach is your true nationality according to the Bible. What's your true nationality? You're a Christian. Is that a nationality? Nationality and race is the same thing. What's your race is what I'm asking.
Oh, I'm African American.
What'd you say, sir? Don't worry about that. So, what's your race is what I'm asking you. African American, right? So, if you look at this sign right now, does you believe in the Bible? Is African American written anywhere in the Bible? You said no, right? So guess what? God does have a name for you in the Bible, but it's not African American. So looking at this sign on your right, that's what, right, that's the name you used to. On the left right here, this is what God actually calls you. You understand that, Teresa?
Teach y'all.
So you are from the tribe of Judah, but you are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You understand that, Teresa? So now, give me that 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Do you believe what I just told you? Why? I ain't even proved it or nothing. I can just tell you anything, you believe it? Okay, so now I'm going to read this scripture, right? Because Teresa, when people tell you certain things about this Bible, you got to get accustomed to telling them to prove themselves. You got to tell people to prove what they say, because people lie about God all the time. The Christian pastors say God got a check waiting for you, and that check ain't came in 15 years.
Teach.
You understand? So you have to start to tell people to prove all things. You should not let any man tell and run you any kind of game or story without you asking for some kind of proof. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with saying prove it. And if he can't prove it, then what? He probably lying.
I do that a lot.
You say you do that a lot, right? So do that when it comes to the Bible, because I told you you are an Israelite, Teresa. So your next word should be, well, how can you prove that? So now, the Bible is about the Israelites, right? So if I tell you that you are an Israelite or you are a Jew, does that mean that the Jews are white or the Jews are black? What color are the Jews?
Black.
The Jews are black? How do you know that?
Well, I can't. Sorry, bad memory.
No, you fine.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
So you can't remember, right? So now, Jeremiah 14:2. I'm going to show you the proof that the Jews are black. Okay, Teresa? So read that when you get it. Jeremiah 14:2. This is the proof that this Bible is not about white people. When you look at all these movies, The Passion of the Christ, you can type in Jesus Christ on Google right now, and a blonde-haired white man is going to show up. But that's not what this Bible is talking about. They've lied about the imagery of this Bible. So now let's read what color the Jews are. Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Come on.
Judah mourneth.
Come on.
And the gates thereof languish.
So it said the real Jews are mourning, going through tribulation. Read.
They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
So the Bible has it in black and white writing that the Jews are black. Okay? So nobody should be able to tell you that Harvey Weinstein and all these white people are the real Jews. They are not the real Jews. My sister pushing the stroller, we invite you to come over to the camp. We'd love to have a conversation, all right? So now, the true Jews are black people. Understand it. Does that make sense to you, Teresa?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so now, with you being a Jew, I should be able to read this Bible and show you your history in the Bible. Do you believe there's black history in this Bible? Where is it then?
All through it.
Where?
All through the Bible.
So you see, what I'm doing, the reason I ask you them kind of questions, because I'm trying to get you to prove all things. When you say something, I'm trying to get you to get to the habit of being able to prove what you're saying. Because somebody can make you look foolish if you sit here and say, you know what, that Bible about black people is black history in that book. They put the book right in your hand and be like, prove it. Then you just like, well, I don't really know how to prove it. You see that? So now, let's read some black history. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. We're going to read some scriptures out the Bible, and I'm going to ask you, did it happen to our people? Okay, very simple. We're going to read it, and I'm going to ask you, how did it happen? So read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself,
So thou, even thyself, come on.
shalt discontinue from thine heritage
So
that
the
I
word
gave thee.
heritage more so goes into your culture. The Bible says there's a group of people, that will discontinue from your true culture. Ask yourself, what is the black man's culture? You understand? Before slavery, what was your culture? What was the race that you called yourself? What foods did you eat? What holidays did you celebrate? Because we damn sure weren't celebrating Christmas. We damn sure weren't celebrating the 4th of July. Who were the black people before those chains came on who went into slavery? Who were you? What's the actual landmass that you're from? You say Africa, right? But Africa is a big continent. It's like, how many countries? It's like over 100 countries on the continent of Africa. So which one is the black man from, right? So the Bible says that we don't know these things because we would discontinue from our heritage or culture, read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
And not only would you discontinue from your culture, but you would do what?
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
It says once you discontinue from who you really are, you will begin to serve your enemies. Serve your enemies how? Serve your enemies in slavery and chattel slavery. Y'all never wonder, what did slavery play a part of God's plan? Why did God allow us to go into slavery? Guess what? It's because you were the Jews and God is punishing you for your disobedience. Yes.
Just to add something back to we will just continue from our culture.
Yes.
It says right there, we came from Africa, correct?
Said from Africa, the continent, right.
Okay. We are African American.
So that's the thing. We are not African American because what? Let's just take it like this, right? Over here you have some people that come from the Congo. They're like Congolese, right? Have you ever heard an actual African say, I'm African, or do they have a certain city or country that they say that they're from?
They say a country or city.
They say a certain country. We are the only people that call ourselves, quote unquote, African American. But people can come from Egypt. Egypt is in Africa. When they come over here, we say, where are you from? They say, Egypt, I'm an Egyptian. There is no other race of people that uses just a continent, you understand, as their nationality. It's broad, it's not specific. So now, we came from this landmass, but give me that Galatians 4:26. We did come from the landmass of Africa. I'm not saying we didn't. I'm just saying that we have to be more specific with our nationality. So I'm going to show you where in Africa we came from, okay? And I'll show you why I'm telling you that you're not an African American. I'm going to show you who you really are. Read.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Come on.
But Jerusalem.
But what?
But Jerusalem.
So Jerusalem, this is a city in Israel. Read.
Which is above is free.
Come on.
Which is the mother of us all.
So mother of us all means Jerusalem is our true motherland. That's why I tell you, you are an Israelite. Now Jerusalem is located in Northeast Africa, okay? So it is in Africa. That's why you see this sign with all these arrows pointing from Africa. But it originated over in this area, in Northeast Africa, all right? So to give you a quick history lesson on it, in 70 AD, Rome came surrounding Jerusalem. We began to flee into Northern Africa. They then chased us through Central Africa all the way to the western coast of Africa. Once we got there, right, we were setting up kingdoms along the way, but then the white man began the slave trade, okay? That was right, to steal land, steal resources, bring us to America. But in the process of them bringing us to America, guess what they began to do? They began to change our true nationality. They took our culture that we were talking about before. So when we got on the ships, we may have knew that we were from the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin. We knew we were the Israelites, right? But once they start to drop us off, they may drop us off in Mexico, now you become a Mexican. You understand? They may drop you off in America, now you become a nigger or black or Negro. They drop you off in Cuba, now you become Cuban. They drop you off in Jamaica, now you become Jamaican. That's how it happened. That's how our true heritage was stolen from us. They began to cut you off from even giving a damn about the nation of Israel by changing your true nationality and your true name. That's a war tactic, okay? They cut you off from their landmass, so now you have no desire to leave this land of your captivity. Look at how comfortable our people are. We ain't thinking about getting back to Jerusalem, because they don't even know that they left Jerusalem. They don't even know that that's their true motherland. That's the crafty counsel that the white man has done to us, okay? So continue reading when you would. Go back, what was you at before? Jeremiah 17:4. Read it again.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Come on.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So we discontinue from our heritage and culture. How? Through the process of slavery, through the process of being beaten, through the process of them changing. What's your last name, if you don't mind me asking?
I was born in Hudson, but my name is Presser.
A Presser? So let's just use Hudson, because that's a name everybody's familiar with. Is that a name that's indigenous to you? Or did that name come from a white man? Came from a white man, right? So all the names that our people have, these last names, the Smiths, the Johnsons, the Hudsons, the Odoms, any name you can think of, that's the Green, the Brown, all this stuff came from a white man. And guess what? The only reason our people still got these names is because it was branded into the backs of their forefathers during slavery. So everybody got this pride on their last name, but that last name that you carry, it's a name of a white man. It's a name of the family that owns your own people. But you got black folks that's proud of it. Oh, we the Johnson family. Everybody gonna mess with the Johnsons. It's like, bro, you come from a Johnson plantation. That's the only reason you have that name.
Teach.
But we don't have pride in the name of Israel. We don't care about it because we've been what? Read that again.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
That's the proof that we've discontinued from our heritage. Now we uphold the white man's heritage, the white man's culture, more than our own. Because we don't know what ours is. So now how do we uphold the white man culture? What does the black people like to look at? Sports. They love basketball, football. Is that our culture? They love rap music, trap music. Is that our culture? Is that the black man's claim to fame on the earth, that we can rap about killing and murder more than anybody else? You see what I'm saying? These things have been given to us by our enemies. So continue to read.
That I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So in this land that we didn't know, we began to serve our enemies. Who are the enemies there that's talking about, Teresa?
All through history, they've been the white people.
The white people, right? Those are the ones that branded their name in our back, brought us over here on ships, right? We worked for over 250 years for free, and then once we got free, they said, boy, these niggas need to get a job. These niggas lazy. We built the whole country, but now we need to get a job and we lazy. You understand? That's a sign of perpetual hatred. Come on.
For ye.
No. Come on.
They said that we needed to get jobs. That's all we ever did.
Right.
Was work for them.
That's all we did. But guess what?
And it hasn't changed all through history.
It hasn't, but guess what? That's the sign of someone that hates you. Now let me ask you this. The common black people that you see in America, and let's just say the Westside, do you think they know who their true enemy is? If you ask the typical black man or black woman, who's their enemy, what do you think they would say?
Us.
They would say someone that looks like them, right? So our people, that's a part of them being lost. They've lost their culture, okay? They don't know who the enemy is. That's why they walk around with such hatred in their heart to people that look just like them. Give me that Leviticus 19:17. I'm gonna show you what I mean. And if we come back to these laws, we'll then be able to understand where we are erring and where we're going wrong. Come on, man.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
What did God say?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So the Bible tells us we should not hate our brother in our heart. This is a part of your culture. Hating on each other, having hatred and disdain for each other, that's the white man's culture. What y'all don't understand, and when y'all get to fighting and bickering back and forth, that's the white man inside of you that's coming out of you with hatred to the black people. The white man is put that hatred in your mind through the Willie Lynch, all right? And now you come out and call your brother nigga, you come out ready to kill him the same way the Ku Klux Klan used to want to kill him. You understand? That's not our culture, so continue to read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So the Bible tells you that true love, not showing hatred, is giving correction or rebuke to your people. When we come out here and we tell you that the women should not be holding themselves around. As a real woman, as an Israelite woman, you should have a husband. You should have one man that you're lying with, and you shouldn't be spraying yourself all over the projects. Guess what? That's love. We're not saying it out of hatred. But what they think is that dude that's coming to smooth talk them, trying to get them out their panties, they think that's love. But that's the real hatred. That our people's mind has been flipped. You understand? And we come out and teach wholesome words, sober writing, they look at it as hatred. You understand? But when somebody come to you with drugs, come to you with a good time, a party, come get drunk with me, oh, he loved me. But guess what? Our people, they call good evil and evil good. That's the problem. Continue to read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
So we are not to suffer sin upon our brothers. Continue to read.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
So now, Teresa, the Bible says we shouldn't avenge or bear any grudge. What does that mean? That you shouldn't bear a grudge?
You shouldn't hold a grudge against your own people.
Right. So to not hold a grudge, what must we start to do with each other?
Let it go and forgive.
Let it go and forgive. You know how many murders would be stopped in Chattanooga if people knew how to let things go and forgive? That's why God told us not to hold a grudge. Because a Negro hold a grudge for a long time. You have been and did something to somebody 2-3 years ago, and they still got it in their mind, I'm going to get him one day. One day, I'm going to catch him slipping, and I'm going to get him for that one thing he did 2-3 years ago. You understand? That's why the Bible said, what? Read 18 again.
That's a really long time.
It's the book of Leviticus.
But it happens. It happens. On the grand level, I'm talking about petty things, but speaking on the grand level of gang violence, right? We have people that are in the midst of gang banging, their cousin get killed, brother get killed, things like that, right? And what do? They hold a grudge about it. They can't get over it, all right? So what? They go and kill somebody else. And the cycle continues in our community. And until somebody is big enough to forgive, all right, to not hold a grudge, it's going to be a continual cycle of gang violence going on in Chattanooga. That's why we have a youth violence seminar coming up, right? We have a youth violence seminar coming up on the 22nd. Now, when is the day, Officer? October the what? 19th. We have, on October the 19th, we will be hosting a youth violence seminar. We are going to bring the whole community together and try to get to the bottom of what's causing all this gang violence. That's why we come out here to invite the community to come out there and to be with us so that we can fix the community. We ain't just out here talking. We are trying to show actionable solutions that's going to stop the bloodshed in the black community. All right? So continue to read.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 18.
Come on.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
So we must love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Somebody, get with the bag right there.
Yes, you got headphones.
Got headphones in and can't hear. So again, we invite y'all to come to the camp, all right? We invite y'all to come to the camp. So now, that's the whole point, Teresa, is that we are out here to tell our people this is the real solution. There's no other way that we're going to clean ourselves up.
That's right.
It's not going to happen by Christianity. Ain't going to happen by Islam. It's not going to happen by economics, getting some money. That's not what's going to clean our people up. The only thing that's going to clean our people up is this Holy Bible. Give me that, I believe it's Psalms 107 and 20. It's thy word that healed thee. Yeah, read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107 and verse 20.
Read.
He sent his word.
So he sent his word. That's what we out here right now. He sent us with his word, right? Read.
And healed them.
And he did what to his people?
And healed them.
So the word, this is what's going to heal the people.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example.